Good evening, everybody. It is me, Josh, Boy Forecast, guys, and welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your Sunday afternoon or evening. Good thing is we don't have to wake up early to go to school tomorrow, or most of you shouldn't. I don't know unless you guys go to some private school that has Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But yeah, I don't. I'm just gonna go up to school, or I'm gonna stay up late today because I don't have school tomorrow or for the whole week. So I'm just gonna chill. But yeah, I gotta clean when my grandpa comes on Tuesday. But yeah, other than that, I should be, kind of relaxed right now. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing my fourth video of today. Many of you guys are probably saying, "Why, Adrian? Why are you doing a fourth video, or why are you doing a triple update today?" I'm actually doing because there's so many new updates on these. First of all, the nor'easter, and also with this snowstorm that's gonna happen right now. As you can tell, for those people who saw my last update on this snowstorm, there's a lot less advisories, and as you can tell, there's a lot more now that can bring in a lot of snow for areas into the western United States, the plains, even to the Midwest. We can have up to half a foot of snow just before Thanksgiving. This should definitely be named Dorothy. If it's not named Dorothy, or it's not named, I don't know what will. So this should definitely be Dorothy. Again, we have millions of people under windstorm warnings and advisories and windstorm alerts. So yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. I want to thank you guys for letting me hit, or for getting me to 1,900 subscribers today. It really means a lot. But without further ado, let's get in this video. So as you can tell, again, we have a lot of new updates, not only on the National Weather Service, but also on the radar. The new GFS radar came out in the European, but if you guys saw my last video on the Western Snowstorm, you already see what the European has in hand. As you can tell, we have a lot of advisories and warnings. We actually do have some threats for the winds out here in the southwest and the south central. That's why we could be seeing blizzard conditions. Again, we're not going to be focusing on this area right now because this is what I posted on earlier today, or my last video, but we're going to be focusing on this right here. This is what we're going to be focusing on right now. As you can tell, we have a couple windstorm advisories in effect for Salt Lake City, and also a couple advisories near Logan, Utah. We also have a couple of windstorm advisories and special weather statements for more of western Colorado, where we have those higher elevations. And we do now have a lot more windstorm warnings issued now for areas into Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is in southeastern Wyoming. We also have Colorado Springs and Denver that have windstorm warnings. They were earlier into windstorm watches. Now they're in warnings, and these warnings will be advanced, obviously, in the future, going to go over here as we get closer into the week, as the week goes on. And then we'll also be seeing some windstorm warnings in effect for western Nebraska. And then we also have the windstorm watches, which are issued across much of the plains and Midwest. We do have that for Rochester, St. Paul, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. We also do have some other areas near Storm Springs into Iowa. We have areas near Omaha, Nebraska. We have central Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, where Sioux Falls is. And we also have areas into northwestern Wisconsin. So we have quite a lot of new updates there. Now we're going to be looking at the European radar. And as you can tell, on the next 24 hours, we'll have a little bit of snow in these little areas into Wyoming. Just very, very light snow showers, not that much accumulation. By the next 30 hours, that kind of all changes, completely changes. Now we have a huge difference in snowfall now. So now we're going to be seeing that heavy snow for areas into eastern Nevada, areas into Salt Lake City. We'll start to see some light showers near Yellowstone, and then even some snow picking up for Oregon, and also in the Sierra Mountains right here through these areas right here through central Washington and western Oregon. As in the next 36 hours, that all changes. It actually starts to get a lot heavier and widespread into areas, just those areas that are not so much in the crest of the Rockies. So areas in southern Utah, we'll start to see that snow pick up. Areas near Reno could see a couple flurries, and then we'll have this heaviest snow near Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's where we could see that snow pick up as we get in the next 48 hours, so that all changes. It gets even heavier, and this is where we could have the blizzard conditions. At this point, it should be named Dorothy, if it even gets named at all. But I'm 100% positive this will get named. If it doesn't, I really don't know what will, because this is going to bring in blizzard conditions for much of these areas just before Thanksgiving. We're going to have incredibly heavy snow for areas of western Nebraska, northern Colorado, and southern Wyoming. As we get into the next couple of hours, 60 hours, this will be Thanksgiving Eve on Wednesday morning. We'll have incredibly heavy snow for areas into central Nebraska. Potentially blizzard conditions is what we'll be seeing possibly. We can see areas for even western Kansas could be seeing some heavy snow. We'll have this low pressure system right here, so that's why we'll see such heavy snow and also such heavy rain just off. And then we'll start to have that snow getting to closer near Rochester. And as we go the next 72 hours, this is when we'll start to see this blizzard conditions become a lot more widespread. The low pressure system will be around right here, and we'll have incredibly heavy snow for many of these areas, including northern Nebraska, areas into northern Iowa, into Minneapolis. And then by later Wednesday, we'll have blizzard conditions now for northern Michigan and northern Wisconsin, and also some light to moderate rain showers for the north central part of Wisconsin, including Green Bay, and then Minneapolis, Rochester, and then even Duluth. And then it should be out of the way, but again, could bring in some possibly Thanksgiving snow for the Northeast, but again, not a huge issue, as it's just going to be the Appalachians, not going to be as big of a deal as this in the Plains. Now we're going to be looking at the GFS radar. Again, same thing. As we get into the next 42 hours, we'll start to see that snow pick up through areas all the way to Arizona, through southern South Dakota. Again, we'll see this heavy snow out into areas near Denver and Cheyenne. We'll start to see that area where we can see the blizzard conditions. Again, here's that low pressure system. This will be by Wednesday morning. We'll have that snow getting to the areas in the Midwest, including Minnesota, and we'll start to see this the heaviest snow out there into the Nebraska area. That's where we'll have the worst, obviously, travel. That's probably will have the worst travel by Wednesday, more early afternoonish. This low pressure system will get stronger at 988 millibars. Will increase the amount of snow, the snowfall rate, which will bring some snow now for areas. Rochester could be seeing blizzard conditions. We can have areas near Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska, that could be seeing blizzard conditions as well. As we get into later Wednesday evening, we'll have some We'll have but the next 72 hours, so yeah, this will be around the same time. We'll have a low pressure system just off of Green Bay near the Lake Michigan area that could bring some snow, maybe even from Madison, Wisconsin. Maybe Milwaukee could see some flurries, and then it should be out of the way again by Thursday morning. The areas into northern part of Michigan that should get some light flurries, but then by more like later morning, it should be out of the way. So if you're having any people that are going to come over that live next to your neighbors, anything that come later, they should be good. As we go in the next couple hours, next 30 hours, again, we'll have that low pressure system at 993 millibars. That will bring in some snow showers, or actually quite heavy snow, though, for areas through central Utah all the way to Cheyenne. Maybe even Casper can be seeing some flurries there. As we get in the next 37 hours, though, this low pressure system will go a bit more to the south, which could increase the amount of snowfall in these areas near the Four Corners states, including the Arizona and New Mexico border. And we'll also see the snow moving a bit more to the east now. That will be including many areas into Nebraska, so that's where we'll obviously be seeing these advisory wisdom alerts become a bit more widespread. By the next 47 hours, this is when it comes, or let me just go 48. Next 48 hours is when it all changes. The low pressure system is south of all of this, so this will be all come down to these areas of Nebraska. We're all just changed, and it's a huge difference. You can live in eastern Kansas and see some 50s, and then you can live in western Kansas and you can be seeing some snow and things on 2 days before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve. So huge difference here. We'll start to see the blizzard conditions just west of the metro Lincoln area. As we begin the next 52 hours is when it really picks up. We'll have blizzard conditions for Omaha, definitely Also for northwestern Iowa, and see some of that little branch sticking out for Sioux Falls. And they'll also have this snow out there just a couple miles away from Dodge City. And then as we get into the next 55 hours, it starts to really come down for Rochester. So that's when the heaviest amount of snow starts to arrive into Minnesota, and it had that heavy snow for the area, the border of South Dakota and Nebraska. And then by the next 60 hours, it starts to bring that snow for northern Michigan. That's where we'll obviously be seeing the heaviest amount of snows. No, without a doubt, of the snowstorm again. That's when we'll start to see that snow, this lighter snow as it trace behind most of it. This low pressure system will start to kind of tear down. And again, we'll also have some snow even for Duluth, but it shouldn't be a huge deal for Duluth, after it will be for like Rochester and all that. But by the European model is actually showing a lot of snow all the way from, we're going to be looking all the way from Utah all the way into northern part of Michigan, that mitten area. So as you can tell, we're going to be seeing actually a lot of snow for these western Rockies, up to about a foot or so. Again, Denver could be seeing a maximum 14 inches. Salt Lake City can be seeing a maximum 13 inches. And areas near Cheyenne could be seeing a good 8 to 10 inches. So again, those areas in the Rockies will be seeing a good amount of snow. Won't see that much snow for the Southwest. Again, won't really, European doesn't really show it here. GFS does, but not looking like we'll have that much snow in the Southwest. We're going to really focus right here for this plains area. That's where we're going to be really going to basically at the lookout. We can see a good about 7 to 9 inches for Omaha, or sorry, for Lincoln, and then a good 8 to 10 inches for Lincoln or Omaha, and then a good 7 to 9 for Lincoln. And then for south central Nebraska, could be seeing the most amount of snow with about a foot of snow. In the northern part of Kansas, we'll also be seeing about, or northwestern part of Kansas, we see about half a foot of snow. And then as we get closer into where there's a bit more population, Rochester will be seeing up to 10 inches of snow. In Minneapolis and St. Paul, we'll be seeing about 7 to 9 inches of snow. This will all be just before Thanksgiving. As you can tell, we are looking right now at, this is Black Friday. We'll also be seeing a good amount of snow for Green Bay. Honestly, like, it's just north of Green Bay in big cities, Milwaukee, Madison. So that's kind of good that's not over those big cities. But again, we still have areas near Duluth and where we had those national parks out there. But at least we have a good couple million people that are just out of this, which will be good because Chicago and Milwaukee are definitely be busy. And then get up to 15 to 21 inches for that northern part of Michigan. Yeah, we could be seeing a whole lot of snow because this can be blizzard conditions right there. So now we're going to be looking at the GFS really quick, and then this should wrap up the video. So as you can tell, we'll be seeing a good amount of snow for Cheyenne. Actually, a big difference with this new update. Areas just east of Cheyenne could be seeing up to 16 inches of snow, which is a huge update with this new run on the models. Looks like Denver can be seeing a lot more snow, up to an edge of 14 inches of snow. And it looks like we'll see a good now with this new model. It's kind of agreeing with the European a little bit more, which is actually great because with the last time we did focus on the storm, they weren't really focusing that much. So now we're kind of seeing a good 8 or 7 to 9 inches for Omaha or Lincoln, Nebraska, which is, or actually that was really bad. Lincoln, Nebraska is about right here. And then Omaha's on this border right here. And that's where we'll be seeing, again, those areas with showing about a half a foot of snow. Again, also be seeing a lot of snow for western Nebraska right here. That could be seeing up to 16 inches of snow, which is quite a crazy. Looks like the GFS is kind of just slacking right here when it comes to Kansas. But again, we're going to be seeing a lot of snow for Rochester and obviously just north of the Green Bay area. It looks like we can see a bit less snow for Minneapolis, only seeing a good around 5 to 6.5 inches, maybe at most 7 if you're south or if you're closer. Honestly, if you're in St. Paul, you'll probably see a bit more snow than Minneapolis. I know that's not that big of a difference, but still. And then again, Rochester will be seeing about a good 12 inches or about a foot again. Areas in Green Bay, see a trace, and then we can see obviously that up to 18 inches of snow for northern Michigan. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I might have a double or triple upload tomorrow. Definitely not gonna be double, or definitely not gonna be a quadruple, or I hope not. Not that's a bad thing, but maybe just a double upload. I'll do. I'll just let you guys know. But yeah, bye guys.